Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, up, everybody. We need all the likes. All the likes, all the likes. Run the likes up, run the likes up, run the likes up. We need all of that. Hold on, y'all. I'm just sharing this out to my Instagram. But run the likes up, child. We need all the likes. If you in the building, run the likes up. Y'all know that YouTube playing on our head top, child. Sharing this out right now. Let me share this out real quick. Damn, my phone about to die as always. My God today. My God today. Hold on, y'all. I'm just sharing this out to Instagram. I got a special guest up here to drive me crazy on this subject. Okay, I know he's gonna turn me every which way but loose, honey. Oh yes. I'm gonna share this out to my Instagram, y'all. Yeah, y'all run them likes, so let me get this out to the Instagram fam. Y'all know YouTube be playing on our head tops when it comes to these notifications, guys. Let me see here. We are going to be dropping the link because I know you guys probably want to sound off, girl. This is a mess. Oh my God. Live, hit the link. I'm coming, you guys. Just run those likes up, child. Hey. Clip. All right, and we in there. All right. What's going on, Consciouztv, your favorite breakdown commentator CTV? Welcome to the riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. It is a lot going on this motherfucking Monday. Oh, you see the headlines, child. We're going to get into all of the things. But before we do so, please run me those likes, whether you are part of the Replay Gang, whether you're active with me in real time in these sky reaps, or rather you are a Bush baby. Run me the likes. It don't cost you nothing. Okay, you guys know YouTube don't be sending out notifications like they should. So the way that we counteract that is by running them likes up. It don't cost you nothing. You also can donate to the platform if you appreciate everything that the King do over her. $ Consciouztv on Cash App and or sorry y'all, I got a notification. What the hell? That threw me off. Where was I? $ Consciouztv Cash App and or PayPal.me/ConsciouzTV. Conscious spelled just how it is here on the platform with the Z on the end. All handles are in the scroll at the bottom of the screen as well as in the description box below. Also, make sure that you guys share the stream out and make sure that your notification bells are set to all. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, you guys. Hey, y'all. So it's something, y'all know we in a retrograde. So technology is acting a fool and everything. So if you guys experience some glitches or some Freeziana discharging to retrograde, y'all already know how retrograde gives it up. All right. You guys know this season of Basketball Wives have been crazy. Fans have been calling this season one of the tackiest seasons of all seasons and are asking for the show to go away. Just like that tied and weathered ass Real Housewives of Atlanta, baby. The fans are tied, child. However, if there's no one that you can count on to bring something back to life, it is going to be that Jackie mother from Christie, baby. Come hell or high water, baby. She going to put that shit on for TV, baby, okay? And Jackie is showing her mother ass and got the streets talking with this recent episode of Basketball Wives where her and her daughter, Chantel, who has now been made an official cast member for the season, came to physical blows after what has been a very dramatic, intensified season between the mother-daughter duo. Now, for a little bit of a backstory, you guys know that this isn't Chantel's first appearance on the Basketball Wives. She appeared on earlier seasons of Basketball Wives LA. There was a storyline between her and Drea, who is another Basketball Wives alum, and a guy that Drea was dating. And that was a whole entire mess. And then you guys also know that one of Jackie's rivals at the time, Gloria, had actually pulled Chantel aside, where Chantel revealed that her mother Jackie was a colorist and had been very cruel to her dark-skinned, heavier set sister growing up, making her run on treadmills at 5 and 6 and putting her on crazy diets and just treating her like the unwanted, ugly stepchild. You guys know that has played out recently as well on the previous seasons of Basketball Wives due to Jackie and Evelyn's beef, where Evelyn indulged in this tell-all book that Jackie's daughter, the dark-skinned one, wrote about her mom and her experience growing up. And so there's been a lot of drama when it comes to the Jackie Christie household. Things have culminated. Things even culminated, about a month ago online when Chantel made some striking and shocking accusations against her sister, claiming that she had been SA'd by her own sister girl. So this is some very deep, some very dramatic, and I have someone here who is a Basketball Wives historian to join me for this discussion today, to get into this episode and what's taking place. Because if there's one thing So Debonair wants y'all to understand, it's that Jackie touched Chantel first and foremost. Okay? Welcome to the stage, So Debonair. Hey, So Deb.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Okay, so is that intentional to have the basketball court in the background?
It is.
Okay, yeah. Completely on brand. Can't make
this is what I use for my reviews.
Oh, period. I love it. Well, I'm happy that you are here. You are handsome as always. And of course, it was So Debonair's Instagram post, you guys, who brought me here. So if you guys aren't following So Deb, he's a content creator. He gets into pop culture. He does show reviews just like me. So make sure that you subscribe to the So Debonair YouTube channel, which is spelled just how it is here on the screen, as well as follow him on Instagram. If you want to put any of your information in the live chat, So Deb, you are so welcome to do so. So Deb had posted the fight.
Do it. I can't. I have to have like a range or something.
Okay, I'll post it, and I'll have to mod you up too if I see your comment in the chat, so you can post links. So it was So Deb. Are you talking, So Deb, or maybe I got a delay on my end?
I see anything.
Okay. Oh, so it's a delay on my end. This is crazy. Wow. Okay, but I'm hearing you. Yeah, I can hear you in real time, but when I look at the screen, it's in delay.
Oh, okay.
But I can hear you in real time, so I'll be able to keep up. So Deb had posted the actual fight scene, child, and unfortunately, it's only him and another young lady, baby, who are who are on the side of. So whose side are you on? So Deb,
whose side am I on with this situation?
Yes, in terms of the actual fight, the physical fight.
I'm on nobody's side with the fight at all. I'm on
Okay, you on nobody's side.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So let's get into some of the things, because I also found some clips, and then we're going to get into the fight, you guys. And So Deb is probably going to be able to tell you a lot more than I can, because I have not watched this season of Basketball Wives. I haven't watched a season of Basketball Wives in a very long time. So I saw that Neighborhood Talk had posted some clips, I guess, that kind of are leading up to what took place in Jackie's hotel room. So before we get into this, are you able to tell us any context to what's going on here in this particular scene of Jackie and her daughter, Deb?
Okay, so this is the episode this came on tonight. Chantel and Chantel been trying to have a conversation with her mom this entire season. Okay. Jackie has given every excuse underneath the sun as to how she's going to have this conversation. The last thing that Chantel has heard was that Jackie won't have this conversation with her. Well, let me take a little bit farther. So the reason why they want to have a conversation is because Brandy told Chantel to stay in the child's place. Okay. Chantel feels like that Jackie should have stood up for her, which Jackie actually really did stand up for her, but maybe not to the extent that Chantel wanted her to do. You also have Brittany Renner here, who is like fueling her mommy issues through Chantel and Jackie. So really, Chantel's on like 10,000 because of Brittany, not really what's going on with her and Jackie. Throughout this entire season, though, Jackie has jumped over her couch, tried to fight Brittany, and Chantel doesn't understand why she has so much energy towards Brittany, but didn't have the energy with Brandy. Well, Brandy had to apologize to Chantel because she didn't realize her saying stay in a child's place is going to cause this many issues. But it's bringing up like family issues that Chantel has with her mom, and her mom never taken up for her. So Chantel has literally like missed half the season because she doesn't want to be around Jackie, because Jackie, every time she gets into a scene, they ask about Chantel and she kind of like gives the excuses why she hasn't talked to Chantel. Mind you, Chantel has Jackie blocked in her phone right now. Okay. So one of the girls, her name is Denise on the show, she keeps on bringing it up to Jackie, like, are you unblocked? And Jackie's like, I'm her mom, I can never be blocked. They actually live in the same building, so that's not the case. So when we get to this part right here, this is the last episode that just came on. They actually sit down to talk twice on this episode. The first time, Chantel is trying to talk to Jackie, and what Chantel wants from Jackie is to be accountable for being a bad mom, basically. This is not the first time we've heard this about Jackie. We heard it from any of her kids. We heard it from the other daughter as well. Yes. And even the other daughter has came out on social media and spoke of saying, is Chantel using her story? Yeah. Is Chantel using Takari's story for their storyline because they won't bring her onto the show? But I think that Jackie and Chantel actually have this relationship with each other as well, because we've seen this, a few seasons. Yeah. So they sit down for this. This is the first time they had this one, because this is not what Chantel had on when they got to the fight. They sit down. Jackie's thing is every time they sit down to talk, she gets up and walks away. So they get up, she gets them and walk away from this scene. And are you going to play this one and then we go on to the next one?
Yes, I'll play it. Okay, so let's play this. And thank you for that unpacking and context.
No problem.
And you walked away like a cowardly lion every single time. That's the truth. What I will not deal with, you didn't come to argue, and I didn't either. Listen, and I'm not going to tolerate your disrespect. Okay, I'm not afraid of you. You're not going to bully what I'm saying. I'm not 15, 16 years old. Okay. I can't bully you. I don't have to do. Girl, bye. You ain't ready. When you ready, you know. The teacher will appear when the student is ready. Okay. I got it. And you filled every class. Thank you. I'm getting accused of being everything under the sun. How much is a person supposed to take? You're spewing insults. You're lying on me. Sherry's my daughter, but don't try to run over me and don't disrespect me. I'm nice. Tell I'm not nice. Bye-bye. Bye. I love you. That's why your husband is going to leave you and your kids don't like you. Okay, whatever. You sound silly.
Huh?
That is the exact reason right there. This is
what she just said about, I don't know if Doug is about to leave her, but I do believe that all the kids don't like her.
Okay, so all the kids, it's more than just Takari and Chantel?
It's Chantel, Takari, and Dougie.
Okay, the son.
Yeah.
Ooh, so she just said none of the kids like Jackie.
Yeah, and also that her husband's about to leave her. I don't know if Doug is leaving her, but you have seen like little stuff going around about that, but there's been no like solid information on that.
Right. Okay, so it's been no corroboration, only rumor milling, only talk of the town. Okay. Yeah.
Like no real article, just like YouTube and TikTok.
Huh?
No real like article, just YouTubers and TikTokers making up putting up stories.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so it could have been a statement that Chantel just said to get under Jackie's skin when it comes to Doug, or there may be some smoke there. Who knows? Okay.
Absolutely. Run the fuck out of here, because I will violate you in front of everybody in this hotel. Let me find some stairs. Take the stairs, Jackie. That's the best idea you ever came up with. Please get up out of here, because you know how I'm coming. Ooh, good idea. Go call Douglas on the phone and try to deflect, because you goofy, and I put up with you long enough. It's just really hard to stomach. Your child is trying to sit here and have a conversation with you, and you just keep getting up, walking away because you just don't want to acknowledge the mess that you've made. A waste of my time. That was so childish, pathetic. I can't explain the anger that I feel. I would never do that to my children. It's very painful. Is she in there, Antonio? Bring her out. Bring her out. Why you got her in the elevator for? Bring her out. You such a mother. You can't have the conversation? That's crazy. Is nobody like seeing what's happening here? First of all, these are
Baby, what the hell they don't put up in that damn Nike jumpsuit that Chantel got on? She feeling her damn self like this.
I think
that damn blazer brought out the damn thug misses and Miss Chantel.
I think this is always her personality. I think that we have guys Chantel at the end of her rope when it comes to this actual episode. Because normally Chantel kind of goes off, but like Jackie will leave and then she just kind of like sits there or she'll walk away. This has been going on the entire season though. And so I don't know how Chantel got onto this show, but she's here. And the thing is that they started off cool. She moved in the building with Jackie because she wanted to have a relationship with her mom because she has children. And she wanted to kind of like.
Okay, put a pause in it right there. How the hell do you feel about the fact that she hasn't even met Jackie hasn't even met Chantel's partner?
I mean, from watching the season, I can understand why.
So they were estranged before Chantel got on the show as a castmate.
Absolutely.
Wow.
This is not just start this season.
Right. Wow. Okay, continue on. So wait. So for those of you, so when you say like from the show, you can see why Chantel has not invited or brought. She's
literally been on the show asking every single time about, how did her mom act? Because she kind of is trying to go to something where Jackie when they ask about her, how does Jackie act? And Jackie either walks off or she just says something crazy or she does, or you know how Jackie is. She does some erratic stuff or whatever. Like, it's never like, I really want to talk to my daughter. The last thing that we heard before this episode was Jackie told Jennifer that she would only have this conversation with Chantel if it was on her YouTube channel or on her talk show.
Wow. But why?
That's what she's trying to find out.
So this is what Chantel trying to find out is why the hell you only want to talk to me on YouTube or your own show.
Jackie has had so many different excuses about when she would talk to Chantel. One, it was she doesn't want to.
She's moving the goalpost basically because she pretty much really don't want to really have the conversation, so she just keeps sliding shit around.
Yeah, everything that she has said. With the first, it was don't talk about her daughter and leave her family business out of it. Then it was that she would only have this conversation if Chantel's around. Then it was, well, we can do a one-on-one. And then it was on YouTube or my talk show, where she doesn't even have a talk show. So,
ain't Jackie been working on a talk show for like 4-5 seasons? Damn, now I remember when she tried to, you know what, Jackie, get you a YouTube studio, girl, and sit down. Okay, so when you said, for those of you, and we're going to show the fight, you guys, because it gets worse. When you say, if people watch the season, then they're going to understand why Chantel ain't invited Jackie. So since I haven't watched the season, what has been given that justifies why Chantel has not brought Jackie in closer?
I think there's family issues that they have. And I think from when Takari came out, and Chantel spoke about the relationship between her and Jackie before this season happened. So I don't think that any issues have ever been fixed. Most of the issue is that they all feel like they have to be perfect when it comes to family stuff. She said something on this episode about Jackie saying that she better have her room clean or Doug's gonna kick her down the steps. And she's like, her and her dad have never had that type of relationship, so why would she say that?
Wow.
I think that Jackie's mind is just warped to me. Like, I don't understand the fascination that people have with Jackie. Like, you know, when the show started, I can understand it, but like seasons after that, the erratic things that Jackie has been doing, especially when she made that bazaar, and she got drunk on the show. Like, I don't get why people still cater to Jackie's behavior.
You know why? It's because people unfortunately love entertainment more than they do standing on any type of principle. Jackie is pretty much the wild card. She's the one that's going to keep you coming in. If nothing else for the next episode, she's largely been said by a lot of viewers to be the only reason why Basketball Wives still remotely is even in the least interesting at this point.
My question is, are these viewers that's watching this show are people who just miss Jackie and OG? Because a lot of people that are saying this stuff, you can ask them questions about the show, they can't tell you nothing that happened on the show, but they're still stuck on OG and Jackie. No one who actually watches this show till this day would say they still love Jackie. Jackie has always been, let me create chaos at the beginning and then make peace in the end. Even when they first started on LA, it was always chaos in the beginning and then make peace towards the end. That's Brandy, Malaysia, and Jackie's story was always the same every season. They hated Jackie. Jackie wanted to be friends with them. Jackie would bring on toxic women on the show. They would fight them girls, and then Jackie wanted to be friends because those girls was coming back. It's been the same story every season.
Wow. I remember
on the show is a different dynamic.
How Jackie been handling these women on the show, if it's any indicative of how it was with her raising children, I can only imagine, because especially in the beginning, she was definitely trying to triangulate the girls. She was playing both sides. She was being a secret agent of chaos, as you said. She was in this one's ear, that one's ear, keeping up mesh, then trying to play the peacemaker. I mean, Jackie was off her psychotic rockers in the beginning, and I was so glad that the girls clocked her teeth and put a big foot in her ass. I do think she's calmed down to some degree, but not to the degree that she's reformed or anything.
I think they took that bazaar from her, so she doesn't drink that bazaar anymore on the show.
Keep that brown liquor from the jacket, man. Okay, because I got some questions for you too that I would ask you, but I want to.
I want to say this real quick too. I think what's really ironic is that Brittany Renner's on the show, and she was on 2 seasons ago, and then she left the show saying that the show was very toxic. So they brought her back this season, and she's a Muslim. She was a Muslim during filming. She's not one again, but she was a Muslim during filming. But Jackie introduced her to her daughter to be friends, only for Brittany to turn on her with her daughter.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Rumors and T said allegedly Chantel was separated from her husband and was potentially about to enter a custody battle. She needed a job to show financial stability.
No. That's from her. That's from her daughter. Her husband. They have a son. They're together and they're married and they're good. She went through the custody. See, this is what I'm saying. People don't watch the show because she went through the custody battle with the father of the daughter on the show.
Oh, so you saying? Hold on. So are you saying that Chantel's husband has a separate child?
No, Chantel's daughter's father was the one she's doing the custody battle with. He didn't want her on the show, the daughter on the show, and he also didn't want her to move from Arizona because she lives in LA now. She didn't want her to move, so he put up a custody battle. This is on the actual show, so if you watch the show, you will know.
Oh, so he was trying to block all of this by embarking upon a custody situation.
On the show, she actually won the battle, so she can actually move to LA.
So her and her husband are currently not even together now.
No, her husband. You're talking about her. This is about her baby daddy, not her husband.
Okay. So you're talking about so about the baby daddy, Chantel's. Yeah. Okay, wait. So Chantel got 2 kids?
Yeah.
Because I don't know shit about
she has 3 kids. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so Chantel got. And how many are with her current husband?
1.
Okay, so she got one with her current partner, who's her husband, and then her baby daddy is the one who embarked upon the custody and tried to block all of this because he didn't want her to move. He didn't want the kids to be on the show. Okay, got it. She won.
The baby daddy has a daughter with Chantel. The husband has a son with Chantel. The son is actually on the show. They did a whole episode about and her reason for moving to LA was for him to get a modeling contract, which he got.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Maybe it is two. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3. I know it's a daughter and it's a son. I don't know if there's another one.
Okay. All right. So we got that taken care of. All right. So let's get into baby more hot diggity. Oh, I think this is the same clip. This is a mess, y'all. This is a freaking mess. Okay, so this is. But I thought I pulled up. One of these clips might be longer than the other. Nope, it's not. Okay, hold on. Let me keep talking to the people so that I'm gonna straighten this out right over here.
Oh, I'm just reading some of the comments. I'm seeing the people. I understand that people want to side with Jackie. That's a known thing for this show. And some people may watch the show and still not catch on to what's happening because you're just a fan of Jackie's. But to be honest, as a fan of the show from season 1, from Miami all the way up until now, and I've watched every single season. I could get why people like Jackie, but then also you have to be able to, I think as Chantel is saying, hold her accountable when it comes to her behaviors. Jackie has not always been the best person, especially even when the season that Chantel came, when Consciouztv came on, and Chantel walked right past her mother to go talk to Evelyn, even though her mom was beating with Evelyn at the same time. To me, I feel like Chantel's always had her own mind. And I think that Jackie does not like that part about Chantel. And I think that has caused friction between her and Jackie because she doesn't want Chantel to have her own mind. She wants Chantel to only think the way she thinks. And I think from what Chantel's been saying, it's always been Jackie's way or nobody else's way.
Wow. Got it. And we're going to definitely take y'all questions, baby, because I know that y'all going to have a lot to say, especially for all the mamas and all the daughters in the chat, baby, because some of y'all done had to put a black eye on your daughter. Some of y'all done had to put a black eye on your mammy. Okay, so we're going to get into it, baby. Okay, so can you tell us now? So we just saw the scene where Jackie and her sit outside of the event or of the hotel space, try to have a talk. Jackie hauls up and leaves. But she's in the same outfit she was downstairs. But
right, Jackie never changed the clothes. Jackie never changed the clothes because she didn't go to the dinner.
Okay, so Chantel got changed for dinner, and I assume that the second talk happens before dinner.
The second talk happened after dinner because Ty's ass is so mad that Ming, if y'all watching the show, Ming and Ty's on the show. Ming decides because, Ty decides because Ming says she's fixed a lot of things. She decides because Ming says this, she wants to take it upon herself to try to help Jackie and Chantel, which I think that at this point, everybody realizes like it's not going to happen. But Ty still doesn't talk to Jackie, which we never see her go talk to her. But Jackie says that Ty asked her to have a meeting with Chantel. And so then after they go to dinner, this is when Chantel comes to Jackie's room and they have a conversation.
Woo, cha! All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Jesus.
I'm asking you a rhetorical question. I feel like there's a huge difference between Jackie the mother and Jackie the personality. And I think that version of Jackie is who came and sat down in front of me right now. I don't want to be a part of the lie. All as I know. So sad. All as I know. This is sad. It isn't. All as I know is I agreed to sit down again with you to have this conversation for you. It ain't for me. I wanted to give you an opportunity to play your name up. If this how you want to clear my name? Chantel, listen. If this how you... I need to clear my name up? Girl, stop. Do you hear yourself? Stop. I need to clear my name up. I'm going to say this. Please say it. And record it while you're at it. So you can run it back to Dad and Douglas and continue to lie to them and tell them that what happened didn't happen. So that when they see this, they see you for the body and the joy you are. Stop. No, I'm not going to stop. And I'm not going to let up. And I'm going to guess what I want you to do.
Can you pause it real quick?
I want you to... Are you feeling what I'm asking?
You can also hear Chantel saying some key things that she's been saying throughout the season when it comes to the relationship between Jackie, Doug, and her. Basically, what Chantel has been saying throughout the season is that Jackie, she makes this competition between her and Doug, which this is not an unknown thing in our community when it comes to a mother and daughter situation with the father. And she said this multiple times. And if you hear her say this on this part, it gets a little bit cringy to me because before this, she kept saying when they got into the first altercation, she was like, if I get my dad on the phone, I'll air all your shit out. And she was like, you better not call Doug. You better not call Doug. And she was like, or she said my husband. And then Chantel was like, my father? I can't call my biological father. There is a tussle between Chantel and Jackie and Doug.
And I'm gonna tell you why, so that because Jackie is the narcissistic mom. Not only does she triangulate amongst the siblings, she triangulates amongst the husband and the kids as well. The reason why Doug is ineffective in all of this is because he's a passive, and that's the last thing you want to be when you have alpha personality B type in the mix like Jackie. So because Doug is a passive, he's passive aggressive. He is someone that has enough authority and rank in a relationship to be able to regulate some of this, but because he chooses not to have a backbone for whatever reason, then it just allows Jackie to run amok in the kingdom. And that's what I was going to ask you about too. And I guess I can before we get to the meat and potatoes.
I don't think that he's confrontational.
But you know, here's my thing. So that because you know a lot of people do conflate regulating with confrontation. You don't have to be confrontational in order to be dominant, and you don't have to be confrontational in order to be assertive or righteous. So my question to you is, why the fuck do you think, especially since Doug knows he's Jackie's kryptonite, he knows that if it's one thing that is going to move the inward parts of his wife around, it's him, because that's her pride and joy. That's her glory. It's Doug. I'm the only married one. My husband, my man. So then why don't you think Doug uses that, you know, from a perspective of healing, especially with him? He also is another person who knows the truth. He knows how Jackie is. He knows what has happened in his children's lives. He knows how all these people are scarred up. Why isn't Doug being a man and a leader and stepping into this? Because it should have never got this far, and it probably would have never had he done his job earlier on in life.
People may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't think that Doug is the alpha in that household. I think it's Jackie.
He could be not. Yeah,
I think that if something happens when Jackie and him actually separate, it will destroy Doug. I think that's the reason why Doug doesn't get involved, because mentally, because they've been together for so long, I think Doug really loves Jackie, to be honest. And I don't think that he wants that relationship to end. And if he steps up for those kids, it may destroy that entire thing. And I think because Jackie is this personality, and I don't know if this is almost like, let me equate it to this. So my mom was a pastor, right? So I equate it to this. Growing up, like a lot of times we would always say, like, we want our mom, not like the pastor. We want our mom, right? I feel like a lot of things that the kids have been saying is the same thing that Jackie, like, we don't want Jackie. And even Chantel said it on this episode, Jackie Christie on the show is different from Jackie at home. And I think that Jackie doesn't know how to turn off the TV personality at home. And I think that Doug doesn't know how to address it without losing Jackie. So to me, I think the safety net is to not say nothing and let me go work in Sacramento while you live in LA and work on the show. We're not together that much, so I don't have to really deal with you that much. I think Doug enjoys his time away from Jackie.
So in other words, Jackie being an alpha female, of course she got her a pussy passive ass ninja, and that's why she's able to run over him and do what she does. But you know what? It's so sad that Takari and Chantel doesn't hold Doug just as accountable, because he's also the co-pilot in the situation that's responsible.
Well, you know, Doug is not Takari's dad.
Right. But she grew up with him as a stepfather, right? Like that was her stepdad, right?
I never understood the length of how they work, so I don't know.
Okay, because I thought that, yeah, like I knew she was from another relationship, but I thought, you know, she grew up with Doug as a stepdad and everything. But
I'm not sure.
you know, okay, so because we'll revisit that. Okay, so now let's get into, baby, the fuckery and the foolery, baby. Okay, this conversation is about to escalate, baby, and wigs and buns are about to go flying.
Zero respect. Bye. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. You look very cute. You're wasting my time. Bye bye. Thank you, girl. Bye bye. Have a great night, girl. Bye. I will. Good night, girl. Good night, sweetie. Good night. Be well. Good night. I will. That's a much better exit. You right. Good night. Right. I love you. You look better. Bye. Do you think you look better? Do you think that you fixed the situation? Because you're sitting here looking stupid. I know. Look how you look as a mother, Jackie. If you don't, look how you look as a mother. Don't touch me.
Woo! Yeah, I'm sorry. Baby, when I say Jackie swung with the power of Thor, baby, on Chantel ass, whoop, baby, she hit Chantel like Chantel was the other woman. Baby, she punched Chantel like Chantel was a mistress fucking on Doug, baby. She finally had an opportunity to punch that hole.
But you know, in her mind, I think in her mind, that's how she feels, though.
Huh?
I think in her mind, hearing Chantel say that there's comparison between her and her mother, I think in Jackie's mind, there is this competition between Chantel and Doug in her mind.
You know, yeah, because to a narc, all narcs are in competition. So, of course, Jackie is in competition with her own daughters. And she does see on a subconscious level her as Doug's side pieces.
Yeah.
Because that's how the complexity of narcissism works when it comes to parental narcissism, for sure.
And the only
Get him on the line, Jackie.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that play one more time, y'all.
Get up and leave my room. Zero respect. Bye. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. You look very cute. You're wasting my time. Bye bye. Thank you, Brian.
See, there go my laptop child doing the most. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get the. Okay, maybe it's not gonna be one more time. Hold on. Child, I told y'all that retrograde is messing up the connection, child. Okay, hold on, let me get on over here to the second slide. Okay, here we go.
Get up and leave my room. Zero respect. Bye. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. You look very cute. You're wasting my time. Bye bye. Thank you, girl. Bye bye. Have a great night. Bye bye. I have a good night, girl. Nice sweet.
Okay, what the fuck? It keeps doing the same thing.
You could have just played
okay, cool. Because so Deb also posted this clip, okay, and we was having a debate because on the clip I did not see Jackie actually put her hands on Chantel first, okay, but I stand corrected, baby, because he pulled up that screenshot, honey, so I stand corrected.
You look better. Do you think you should fix the situation? Because you're sitting here looking stupid. Look how you look as a mother, Jackie. If you don't get it, you look as a mother.
Wow. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Wow. So for those of you who didn't catch it either, I'm going to show y'all the hands that was put on her first that made Chantel buck against her mother. Okay, this is courtesy of Snow Deboneb's 4K eyesight, honey. Okay, because when you got the degree, you're going to catch all the crevices, all the okay, so here it is. You can see Jackie grab Chantel's hand,
her arm,
her bicep, to help to escort her expeditiously toward the door, and that's what makes Chantel push her up against the wall, and then Chantel ends up with a few missing teeth as a result. So I gotta ask you the obvious here. How do you feel about this thing coming to blows?
Well, I just want to say this first. I seen people in the comments when I posted the video first saying it was a reaction to Jackie, but the reality was this was the push was a reaction to Chantel, and I think that people should understand the fact that when you see that, because I went back and I was like, I keep hearing Chantel say, "Don't put your effing hands on me," before she actually pushes Jackie. Why is she saying this? So let me see what's happening. So I went back and watched. I'm like, oh, here's the screenshot. Jackie was trying to grab her arm and push her out. I think this brings up trauma from her childhood as well. But then also it does explain, I would never push my mom. I don't give a damn, but I'm also my man. So I would never do that because that's my mom. You know what I'm saying? Have me and my dad ever toasted before? Absolutely. Could have been this type of situation? Absolutely. But me and my mom, no. So I can kind of see why this is happening between the mother and the daughter, because I feel like if you're watching this show, she's been begging and asking and like actually like monitoring the energy that Jackie's having in every situation. And we kind of get to the point where they have a conversation. And this is not the first time in this day, but the second time. And now your mom is grabbing you by the arm and trying to drag you out of the room. The reaction is, get off me. Like, is that right? No. Not at all. But then Jackie smacking her in the face or punching her, whatever she did, is not good either. I don't think that anybody was right in the situation.
Oh God, this is such a sticky situation.
Look at foolish. I know. Look how you look as a mother, Jackie. If you don't get, you look as a mother.
Wow. God damn it. Okay, hold on. I don't even know how to have this conversation.
I'm laughing because I just seen your actually title. Would you beat MUVA?
Would you beat MUVA? It's the question. Man, there is. Oh God, it's my brain is moving 100 miles an hour. I don't know what to do right now. So damn, I don't know what to do.
I think it's sad all across the board when it comes to this entire situation. But I also think that, you know, we got to stop living in this world where we see things underneath the rug for so long, and then we get to this, because it gets to this point and sometimes you're dealing with a different type of mentality. Chantel's also dealing with going through a custody battle with her daughter's father. Right after all this stuff is happening, Jackie isn't been there for any of this stuff. She's also talking shit to her with these group of women who Chantel doesn't even really know like that. And then she's also having custody with her mother because her mother's belittling her throughout this entire season. And then we get to the point where like I finally figure out when we're able actually to talk. After I just heard you say that we can only talk on my YouTube or television show. We sit on the first time, it don't work. The second time, it's like she kind of says, "I'm actually just done with you." And you can tell as Jackie starts going to her mind like, "All right, girl, well, go ahead, do your thing. Bye, I'm not here, you know, whatever." In reality, we know it bothers Jackie. She even said on one of the episodes that after they left Vegas after they got in the first time, she went to her house and Jackie was sitting around the corner and popped up around, and she was walking out and was like, "Can I see my grandchildren?" She's like, "What?" Oh, and that was the other thing too. She also told Jennifer that she was going to try to get grandparents right on for her children.
Wow.
So it's a lot happening, and like it's not just, to me, it's just not like a TV show where it's like, let's take a side. Jackie has done some egregious things towards her daughter, and at this point, I could have seen Chantel doing what Jackie did to Chantel before Jackie went to her. To be honest.
Okay, so she's mirroring her mother back to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be the antagonist. I'm going to be bipolar. I'm going to play both sides. I'm going to show you your shit. You're going to eat and swallow your medicine entirely.
Yeah, I don't think the apple falls too far from the tree when it comes to Chantel. I think they're very much so alike. I think that Chantel is trying to be better than her mother, but it's not coming off that way.
Wow. You know, I'm honestly going to have to probably come back and really get into my Iyanla mind, because right now I'm just like in shit show mode. Would you like to hear from the commenters? Because we can drop the link.
Oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm not in the argumentative mode. This ain't about Brandy, so I'm good. You know, I argue about Brandy on my channel. This is the first time I'm asking about Basketball Wives where I'm not like in an argumentative mode, because I'm like, y'all be coming down on Brandy. So yeah, but this is Jackie and Chantel. I mean, I think that there are lots of different sides of the coin when it comes to this. And I'm definitely down to hear everybody else's side. I just think that look at the entire situation from episode 1 up to now, and even before she came into the show, a lot has happened between Jackie and all of her children. And I think that also they were thinking about saying something about Dougie. I think that Dougie's a lot like Doug, like they're just very non-confrontational people, because she's called Dougie on the show multiple times, and it's just he's like, this should have been handled a long time ago. Like he really doesn't really get engaged in a lot of this. So
Doug should be ashamed, because this is a horrendous reflection on his family credit score. Like for him to be the man in the situation and for him to be an equal guardian, I mean, this makes him look really, 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 really bad. I mean, you wouldn't even know that Jackie has a husband or that Chantel even has a damn father, based upon the way.
You know what I think is crazy? You remember? Were you ever a fan of the show?
Yes.
Do you remember when they used to have those weddings every year?
Yep.
Like we haven't seen that in years.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that is about. And also, I want to say thank you to Easy Breezy. She said it's so nice to see you. So Deb, nice to see you as well.
Okay, so we're gonna bring everybody up, y'all. We're gonna bring everybody up, y'all. It's a conversation, so you may get interrupted. People may have to interject, etc. Because some of y'all get super long-winded. Okay, so we're going to have a whole panel discussion. I want y'all to sound off, baby. Who right, who wrong, etc. The link is for anybody. If you agree that it's Christie, Jackie, who wrong, or Chantel, come and just give your thoughts. All right, we're gonna bring up Faye, Mabu Rumors. Hey, Faye. Can you hear me, Faye? Or you're on mute.
Oh, hey guys, sorry.
Hey, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am awesome. What do you think about this mother and daughter duo going and coming to blows?
I know y'all was seeing me writing in the chat. Listen, Jackie, I've been watching from season 1. We all know they have a crazy relationship with Dakari, and I've seen Chantel even back in the day. She was holding back, you know what I mean? So I think this is her exploding. She just doesn't. She's not doing it right. Every time she get a chance, she's just coming at her mom, and it's hard to watch because it's almost like when you're right about something, but you're just picking at it, and then everybody else added to it. It's just hard to watch. Now that the fight just now with I guess she grabbed her elbow. I didn't see that watching the show, but Jackie's like 60. Like I mean, my mom was probably the same. my mom was like, pushing 70. I'm like, I can't, even as much as my mom was, I just can't see myself doing it. I can say, Mom, don't touch me. And I would put my hand like, don't touch me. You know what I mean? But to push her and she like hit the wall, you seen her face like, oh shit. Like it was just a natural instinct. It looked like she just hit her. But all of that, taking what she's doing, and she was walking away. Walking away is because she kept telling them, like, this ain't that. Like, I want her to do her thing. Let her have her own shine. But it seemed like she just kept telling them, I'm not trying to have no drama with my daughter. And it just escalated. Like I said, Jackie, we know Jackie's hasn't been the best parent. Doug, I said this too in the chat. Doug is accountable too, 100%. Absolutely. Even when Jackie would do stuff, he would be like, Jackie, you can't do that. You can't. Like, he wouldn't say it with like, now, Jackie, like, I love you, but you were absolutely wrong. He would say it with his most, like, I don't know how to describe his voice.
Like a soft voice.
Yeah, like a soft voice. Like, how can, and she's, like I said, she's alpha. So, like, how can she really, but she wouldn't argue with him. She loves Doug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it didn't seem like you were really holding her accountable. And then the weddings.
Can I say, I just think that Doug also understands the assignment when it comes to Jackie on the show. Don't embarrass me. I feel like, she puts him on the pedestal on the show.
Yeah.
I don't think that in real life, like, that's their dynamics. I think the dynamic is that Jackie runs the entire operation. And I think that's why even Dougie, do you remember the season that Dougie went to college and she didn't want him to leave LA? She wanted him to stay where they were at, and he was like, no, I'm getting out of here. And he cut his hair off.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't want him to, and then she saved the hair and everything. Like, it was like really cringy, but he wanted to get away from her.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was toxic, and it probably started with Takari too because she has like a disability and stuff like that, and I don't know. Jackie was saying things to, you know, like it was really that bad, like making her feel really really bad as a person, and I think Chantel seen it. Then I seen Chantel say the sister molested her. It's a lot.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's a lot.
Listen, that
It's
was
a
a
lot.
lot.
So that's why I said I get her anger. I just don't think she's handling it right. Like, and it's watching her. Like, you're a mom yourself now, so you got to remember where karma comes to you because it's gonna be something you ain't do right. And then what if your kids is coming at you like that? You're gonna be like, well, I thought I did the best I could, and now it's
I
like,
think that she does have good intentions on what she was trying to do when she came on, though, because her reasoning for moving into the same building with her mom was to build the relationship with her
right,
mother that they don't have. And I think that could have started with like counseling, to be honest.
right.
I
That's
think
why I
that,
said this was not the platform from that. But I think
yeah.
Jackie genuinely wanted her to have her to because she's a basketball wife. She wanted her to be a part of her world with her because it's like, okay, we like the two basketball wives on here and including what Brandy. So it's like,
Mhm.
I think she wanted that and that could have bridged their relationship and they could have mended it. But Chantel also did something that was kind of, y'all seen how Brittany Renner was coming at her mom like that, like just calling her
Oh,
deadbeat,
girl.
like that I don't know.
Brittany's situation on this show, I wish they would have never put her on here because to me, it's heightened Chantel and Jackie's situation.
Yeah, like, and then the other one, but she's, whatever.
Denise, yeah.
Yeah,
The
she
one who everyone said, we tired of you.
yeah, like she's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, friends should be uplifting you. Hey, y'all need to go see Ilana. Y'all need to go to a counselor. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't right. Like, we're not gonna sit here and keep throwing. Do you think your daughter blocked you? Like, what do you mean? That's her. Like,
And
what?
she keeps throwing up in Jackie's face. I'm like, listen, I wish I wish I could be Chantel for like a day. Because first of all, I would have checked Denise a long time ago. Like, quit asking my mom have I unblocked her. Bitch, I'm gonna block you too. Because like, don't taunt my mom. Like, even if I'm mad at my mom, don't disrespect her.
Yes, that's what I was saying. And then Evelyn too. Evelyn never cared for Jackie, so that's where Chantel went wrong too. It's like the only person I felt like that's being genuine with two people maybe was Ty and Brandy. That's probably about it. That if she had to vent to them, they wouldn't be like, oh, Jackie's this, Jackie's that. And now it seems like they doing that because all they hearing is her side because Jackie's shutting down now. Like, it's like every time I'm around y'all, and this is what happens. Now I'm walking away. That is bad. Jackie should sit there and talk with her, but it looks like she tried to.
Can I just say one thing when it comes to the Evelyn part? I know that Evelyn has a bad name, and I mean, I love Evelyn. Like me, and Evelyn, we talk on social media all the time. But in this situation,
you talk to her. Oh my god!
I get a lot of my insights from her. But I will say this on this specific situation. I think that Evelyn was being very serious because if you look at her situation with her daughter, they're like best friends. And even on this episode, you hear Chantel say, "Me and my mom will never have a relationship like you and your daughter." And to me, like that made me sad as fuck when she said that. I'm like, Evelyn and Shanice have an amazing relationship, whether people like it or not, and they call it what it is. But I also see that Chantel is a part of this group for so long. And she sees that relationship, and when she said that, I could see how she could feel like I wish that me and my mom had that type of relationship.
Yeah. That's a fair assessment, but you also got to remember too, Shanice and Evelyn grew up together. She had her young, so you can't. Everybody's not going to have the same story, but I get that part too because you don't have to grow up with your mom that be close with her. Like I said, I'm close with my mom, and she pushing 70. Like it's not unheard of that's what you would want. But if that's what you want, how you speak to her, rhetorical question, yes or no, and talking to her like she's your kid, and like I get what y'all was saying. That was a good point that she's using how Jackie used to be or was treating her, and it's giving her that, but it's not hitting right. Like translating, watching it, it's like wow. I guess as black.
But when she first came on, she wasn't giving Jackie this energy though.
But she set the boundaries. It just the way
because Jackie needed those boundaries. Let's be honest. She really did need those boundaries.
Okay.
But she also set them for Jackie to to get rid of those boundaries and to give her a space to grow where they can grow together. And that's why she, to me, if you set a boundaries where you don't want to treat your mom like that, don't move in the same building with her. So I feel like
that's my
I was an
point.
olive branch to say, hey, I'm going to move in the building with you.
That's my point.
This is
That's exactly what I was saying.
So we can be around each other, so that we can build to where you can come down here and have a key to my house, not to make it to where we got to the end of the season.
Yeah, because like this is not what it's supposed to be. This is like,
yeah.
This is not like I was surprised. Listen, when I seen the previews, I was surprised Chantel was on here because I'm like, I know she don't really care for her mom like that. I knew that. I'm like, so that's a little weird, but okay, she's a basketball wife. It makes sense. You know, she got kids. She got bills to pay. It makes sense as a job. But I didn't think she was going. I thought she would have been beefing with Evelyn for her mom. That's what I thought. But,
I think that Chantel was
I knew it was going to be a hot mess because it's just too much undealt with trauma in the family for Jackie and Chantel to really team up. And I want to speak to Ellie's comment, who says, I think that Jackie knows Doug's deepest, darkest secrets and desires, so that's how she keeps him in check as much as she pretends to respect him. I do think that Doug is probably on the I think Doug is on the passive side naturally, but to that point, I do think that they get into some freaky shit. Like Jackie definitely gives me that she pegs her man. Like I know she's had I know she's had a finger or three up Doug's ass for sure. He done had his feet to the ceiling. She's also a narc. She's a narc, so she's going to put her partners in compromising positions so that she can control them with those vulnerabilities. So I can only imagine, to Ellie's point, what Doug is definitely holding on to, what Jackie's holding on to as it relates to Doug. But Doug has to, beyond all else, it's just like secrets and all. Fingers and all. I'm going to show up for my kids.
Could you see if she actually
I'm going to that cross for my kids.
Yeah, period.
But could you see if she actually exposed that and then Doug was free? He would never put Jackie again. Because now he's doing it in his own freedom.
Well, I mean,
I could definitely see in Doug.
But she shouldn't be doing that. No one should really be doing that. That's personal. Like, you shouldn't do that. But people get vindictive and angry when things happen. So people do stuff like that. That's common too. It's not good. But I will say, Doug could do a lot better. Jackie, at the end of the day, you weren't the best mom.
Jackie is only out of control because Doug is taking none.
Right.
He's taking none. That's why this looks the way that it
Wait, say it again.
I said the reason why Jackie is so out of control is because Doug is taking none of the control.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's why she's out of control, because he's not taking any control. I want to get Aruma's and T up in here too before we get into the thick of it, because it's a lot to unpack here. Aruma's and T, are you there, love? You're on mute, Roma, if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes. Hey, Conscious. Hey, everybody on the panel. What's up, crew? Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up this video.
Yes.
Okay. I see here that this is the clash of two narcissists.
Yeah.
Chantel is not innocent at all. I was so appreciative when Takari basically went on social media to expose Chantel. I do not believe that a lot of Chantel talking points have been her experience. I definitely believe she's hijacked a lot of Takari's experiences. She definitely is Jackie 2.0. Jackie is not innocent either. However, since Jackie's been on Basketball Wives and Chantel had made her appearance and things of that nature, Chantel has always linked up with Jackie's ops. From Laura.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
It's like it's always been that way. I do believe that Chantel has had some experiences with her mom where Jackie has been controlling though. Jackie is a Scorpio. Most female Scorpios are extremely controlling. They are like, I haven't met yet not one female Scorpio that was not an alpha. Like that that is a commonality that I see. But Chantel's her coming on this show, in my opinion, had not a damn thing to do with her trying to build and heal a broken relationship or a toxic relationship with her mother. That was not her objective. It was not. She came on to pull a Jackie on Jackie. I feel like Jackie has always controlled her. Like Jackie Ray, she idolized that girl. Like, yeah, she was controlling, I believe, but I believe that that was her golden child in regards to between her and Takari, and I believe Takari, not Takari, Chantel was a spoiled brat, and when she got of an appropriate age to make decisions for herself, Jackie could not relinquish the control that she had over her child, and that's when they started bumping heads. But she is literally Jackie 2.0. Nothing that I seen at any episode this season did it show me Chantel was up there trying to fix or even just confront her mom in a real genuine manner.
Right.
Like everybody's involved, everybody's a topic. Like they put a battery in her
Even
backpack, and I
even before she
feel.
started being friends with Brittany and Denise.
Can you say that again?
Even before she became friends with Brittany and Denise.
Absolutely. Even like I don't think that it was genuine. I think she knew like I said, she's Jackie
You from
2.0. She never
Baltimore?
had a true intention.
You
She
from
knew moving
Baltimore?
in that building was going to provide conflict because listen to what you some of your talking points.
Wait, hold
You're
on.
like these are the
Wait. Are you from Baltimore?
no, I'm not. I'm from
Oh,
Jersey.
I heard that too. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like Baltimore. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like she knew what she was doing playing with fire. True Nurse, she set things up where she can come up and appear as though she was the victim, but it was backfiring because, again, she was playing a role. She was acting just like her mom. Everything she was doing was literally a page out of Jackie's book.
For sure.
Everything. You can't say I'm setting boundaries, but you move in the same damn building. As you said, move in the same building as her. Like, make it make sense. Like, it wasn't that, because nothing I see, I didn't see, did I miss an episode where she like, let's get a counselor in here, get a professional?
Well, she did say that they had been to counseling. Chantel said they've been
No,
to counseling.
I don't believe her. So I said again, did she have an episode where she said, let's get a counselor, a professional counselor in here?
I don't think that they had time in the midst of everything that was happening on the show. But I mean, I agree with you. I think that a counselor should have been a therapist, whatever, even a good friend of the family. Somebody should have sat in the middle to have a conversation. So I do agree with you, though.
Yeah, I don't think that it should have ever been anyone that had any type of ties to them. I really think that it should have been someone that was completely neutral, that was not starstruck, no one that gave a damn about being on TV or anything like that. Like, to me, yes, Jackie is a major problem, but Chantel is one as well, and Doug is as well too. Like everything
And here's
that
I want to add something up into that, and the reason why is because Jackie and Doug created Takari and Chantel. They both were formed in the likeness and in the neglect.
Well, Doug didn't create Takari.
No, I'm talking about even
the father figure. Yeah.
No.
I don't. Do you know the extent? I don't know the.
I don't take the stuff that because I think she spoke about Doug. Takari spoke about Doug too, but she also spoke about him like in a way that was like she cool, but he also was kind of like on the sidelines, and that's what I mean by failure. Because as a step parent, you inherit all of that. Oh, that's your shit too.
Yep.
When you marry into a family, when you marry into a woman who has the kids, that's now all your shit now. Yep. So you have equal responsibility in terms of what happens in that context as well. And it's unfortunate because narcissistic and neglectful parents, they create the children that end up neglected or narcissistic themselves. Most narcissists, because they had narcissistic parents and narcissistic communities in which they come from. So I'm going to be able to give both Takari and Chantel a pass because they didn't do this to themselves. Everything that they are is a reflection of everything that Doug and Manny.
Can I
Can I
tell
ask
you?
a question?
Can I tell you why I would also?
But you know what? This is what
Can I
I was
ask a
going to
question?
say as well.
Real quick. Can I also say why I would give Doug a pass when it comes to Takari though? I don't feel like if Jackie's where she's with their kids, there's no way possible that Doug could have any say so when it came to Takari in that relationship at all. I don't think that.
Yes,
Doug,
he could have. Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have.
I
He don't get a chance and an opportunity to dodge the reality of when you take on this family, this woman and her child, you speak out
No,
against it. He could have left her ass. It was more beneficial.
I agree with what you're saying, but I'm also saying, look at the situation with his own kids. He doesn't even do it with them because I feel like he's not the alpha man in that relationship. So I can understand why he may not have done that with Takari either, because he may feel like he didn't have the rights to do it.
And that's why he should have wrapped it up. That's why he should have wrapped it up and not reappropriated with her. And the reality is that I side-eye Chantel even more because when Takari first went live, I'm not live, but went public about her grievances with her mom and her experiences, Chantel was team Jackie all the way, true, like a true pick me. She was fine and dandy with it. And then when Takari decided to again go public and her speaking points and her experiences, calling Chantel out, instead of Chantel ever saying, yeah, you're right, I did, because this is what healing looks like, taking accountability. She did not do that. She attacked Takari. And she made her own allegations to Takari. And I'm not here to say her allegations are true or not true. But true, she's a narc.
Bring up Takari with the conversation with Laura though?
No, yes and no. She spoke in a way like, still like, team Jackie. Like,
she wasn't bashing like that.
Yeah, like she did not. And even when on social media.
I didn't understand. I
said she did not.
It's been a while, so I don't remember what actually happened. I remember she talked about it. What happened?
Yeah,
she
wasn't
did
doing
not.
What she was doing
she
now.
did not. Yeah, she did not defend Takari. She did not speak in like to side with Takari, to even like validate Takari. I mean, not Takari. Yeah, Takari's experiences. Mm-hmm. But my point is that she literally, even on social media, because I remember that time, like when people were like all in her on Instagram and everything, they were like attacking her for not speaking up and taking a stand with Takari or whatever the case may be, and she was dragging Takari then. So for me, if you are, and again, she's a pick me and a narc, like
hold on, time out real quick. I just want to kind of try this real quick. So then coming up now, when you hear that Chantel is saying that she did things to her, could you understand what that might, if that's the truth, could that be the reason why?
But I personally, I'm not going to say that I believe it, because I, like Chantel, has proven to be a liar to me. So I don't know. I feel like, that's what narcs do to deflect, any way to become, maintain the whole false narrative of being a victim or whatever the case may be. Like at the end of the day, that was her moment to speak her truth and not expose her mom, but to say, yeah, I've had these experiences with my mom too. She downplayed, like, yeah, my mom could be controlling this and but she downplayed it. And I knew right then and there she was a pick me. I knew she was a pick me from right then and there.
Because she felt like she was being controlled in that moment. Like she was, and I felt like as an adult, like things have changed, and like she feels like
she was an adult then.
Point, I don't feel like you can't control me no more. I think
she was an adult then,
though. In a toxic situation, sometimes it does take time. And I think because I've been, things have happened to me.
Right.
So I think that it takes time to say things or like to get your strip up for some things. So for me, I can see it the way you're saying it, but I also can see the fact that it takes time to come out and say, hey, you know what? I can't take this shit no more. Like, I'm done with this. Let's get done with it.
Well, I'm going to speak from someone who had an extremely volatile relationship with my mom.
No, I'm talking about like I've been assaulted and things like that. So I'm saying,
like I said, I use the proper word for myself. An extremely volatile relationship with my mom, physically and emotionally. And I can tell you one thing, even though I can agree to a certain extent, everybody's timing is not the same time. Everybody's self-awareness and everybody's, if you want to say they don't have the willpower and the strength for whatever, mentally, physically, whatever, to stand up for themselves.
Right.
I don't see that in Chantel. Chantel has never come across, at least from the TV's, from these episodes that she's been on, not this season. I'm going previous episodes. She never seemed like someone that was enabled and didn't have the coping mechanism to stand up for herself. She never presented herself that way.
She
I
seemed
want
Never.
to say
like
this.
No,
I
like,
hold on,
she came on that
hold
season when she was okay, I'm
I
sorry.
want to say this real quick. Chantel, I think a lot of things can be true, especially like from the child's perspective. Chantel coming up in a narcissistic, neglectful household. Like, I think what healing looks like to Chantel is first retaliation and then reconciliation. I think that's why she came into the season kind of like we saw both sides of her. Like, we saw the part of her that was like pro her mom, and then we saw the other part of her that was anti her mom, aka teaming up with Gloria against her mom, but then teaming up with her mom against Drea, etc. So I think, and unfortunately, a lot of unhealed people operate like Chantel. It's like, when you do not know that it does not take someone else for you to heal, that healing is a personal self thing. It does not require a conversation. It requires no admission of truth from the other party. It requires no confession from anyone. It does not require a acknowledgement from anyone. When people understand that healing is all self, they're able to operate in a different, empowered fashion in the way that Chantel is. The reason why Chantel cannot operate accordingly in this toxic situation with her mama is because she, in her unhealedness, she thinks that Jackie has to admit something before she can personally give herself permission to coexist with Jackie, which still doesn't require Jackie to heal, because I have people in my life that they're not healed, but I am. And because I'm not asking them for anything in particular, there's nothing that they have to change or become. I just deal with the parts of them that are dealable, and I stay away from the parts of them that can't be dealt with. And so Chantel is able, if there are parts of her mother that she can swallow, she can stomach, she can tolerate, that she can enjoy, because she's now grown, she's in a situation now where she can figure out what she wants her ratio to be with her mother without it always having to be that I need you to admit this, I need you to say this out loud so that we can, because the more she tries to get that out of Jackie, the many more black eyes Chantel gonna have to endure, because Jackie ain't gonna give her that. That's why Jackie leaves, and she controls Chantel's emotions by leaving, because she knows that is Chantel's kryptonite. The narc knows what the abused needs from them and then uses that as the bait and switch to control the abused party. So that's why Chantel got to really heal on her own. Like, she can't, and she got to do this without Jackie. To Rumors and Tea Point, these people truly do need therapy. Like, you need real, because healing is an art form, honey. Like, working through hard shit and traumatic shit is a art form, and you cannot do that any which way. It requires a lot of accountability, a lot of reinforcement, a lot of check and balance of self. And for relationships to mutually get better, it requires a consistent accountability and commitment on both parts. If they don't have somebody in the middle of that shit, first of all, they would need to heal separately first. And then get the help they need to help them bring it together and make what they now have make sense to each other. So I really hate that they're trying to do this on their own. That's why it's not going to work. Both of them are too hurt. Jackie is still a broken person. She hasn't even addressed her own narcissisms and what she's safeguarding herself. And because she hasn't given herself her heart, that's why she can't give her daughters her heart. They're after something from Jackie that Jackie hasn't even given to herself. That's why Jackie is all ego. She's not a vulnerable. She's not a soft woman. She's not any of that. She's all strategy. She's all agenda based. She's all egotistical. You know, it's all shallow. Her whole persona is tied up in the shallows of herself. There's no depth there
But
because
I think that's my thing. Is like I feel like people see who Jackie is, but then also they see her Chantel on the show, and for some reason, oh well, mother daughter, same thing, whatever. But like to me, it feels like separate the two, to be honest, because if that is mother and daughter, that's still mother created the same thing, so it still goes back to Jackie at the same point. And I do feel I feel like that when Chantel came on the show, regardless of what y'all believe, she did come on and she did say, I moved into the building with you. I'm not giving you keys to my house until you earn those keys because we don't have a good relationship yet, but I want to build with you. A lot of these things, this is what I was going to ask too. I feel like a lot of this issues that's coming between Jackie and Chantel are Brittany's problems. And I feel like if Brittany was not on the show, we could have got through a lot of shit on the show. But a lot of it is Brittany. And I feel like Chantel and Jackie, I would blame a lot of this on Brittany because Brittany is living her trauma with her mother out throughout Jackie and Chantel. And to me, I feel like that's very unfair.
Can I this is what I was trying to ask. This is what I was trying to ask because that correlates with what you were just talking about. My question was when they got to Hawaii and Chantel said, who said I was being impressionable? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all, all of y'all, Cons and Roses, and you, like, what was wrong with her saying that? Like, why was that such a big deal? Where Chantel is like, you need to admit to this because I hate that. Like, it was like so much energy as opposed to
because
Mom.
she felt like it was belittling her,
right? But it wasn't. But if the see, that's why it's good to Chantel. I don't know. Sometimes the way she speaks to her, that's why you were saying about, that's why I said I wanted to ask the question. You were saying that she was cool at first and then things went left. Do you think the way she speaks to her, Jackie will even be receptive at, because I raised daughters. It's like,
I think that Jackie's energy is with Brittany. I don't think that Jackie and Chantel have the biggest issue that is on the show. I think a lot of it is Brittany. Brittany she's really doing her family shit on Jackie and Chantel. And if we're really being honest, if you're watching the show, you can see the fact every time I even review the show, we talk about the fact that I wish Brittany was not here because even on this episode, she's crying and everything about her mom and what's going on. I'm like, girl, go find your mom and do this because this is not your story. This is Chantel and Jackie. And I hate the fact that they now got into a fight because of Brittany putting her issues onto her mom.
Yeah.
She says it every single episode that Jackie and Chantel's on the season the same time on the episode every time. A lot of this has nothing to do with Jackie and Chantel.
My thing
I don't know if their situation is as bad as this because we don't know because Brittany keeps pushing she fuels her shit into theirs.
Because my thing is, would you like if and I'm gonna wrap this. Would you like if Chantel said deadbeat bitch to your mom? Something tells me I don't think she would like that.
See, the thing is, Brittany definitely was projecting, right? Yes, she was projecting. I still do not believe that, even though she projected, even though she helped gas up the situation at a lot of time, most episodes, I still don't believe that Brittany is the cause of the escalation, the blow up. I don't believe that. I personally discern, because even let me take it back a little further. When Takari went in public, right? I began to investigate Jackie, looking into her background. There's definitely a pathology there. I don't know all of her dynamics with her mom, but I definitely believe that Jackie's mom played her and her sister against each other, and that's where. And Jackie, which most children emulate their parents. Either you become your parents or you're the opposite of your parents, right? And I saw the pathology when, like I said, when she exposed her mom or whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay, I see this with the Chantel. She plays her kids against each other or whatever. This is the same thing that her mom more than likely did with her and her sister.
Wait, Chantel put her kids against each other?
No, not Chantel, Jackie.
Oh, okay.
And I saw the correlation in the sense of like remember when Jackie mom was passing away and everything when she was sick before she passed, how like Jackie's sister, when they would show the episodes with her her sister was like very like, passive with Jackie. Like Jackie was very dominating in their exchange. It wasn't no drama, but it was like you can tell Jackie was like the one running in control. And then I dug even deeper, found out Jackie's history with the streets or whatever, and her messing with alleged, street boys. I'm gonna say it that way. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I see this. She's very male identified in her personality. And I'm like, okay, I can see how she's translated that over into being a mom, and you know what I mean, and not handling her children, as Conscious was saying, like, basically she's not soft, she's not emotional to the extent of giving love and care in a maternal way, right? And I'm like, I see the same signs, the same exact things. I haven't seen it, Chantel with her children, obviously, but I see in her interaction with her mom, I'm like, I see the same damn characteristics, the same traits. Now, to answer the young lady's question, why I think that Chantel was triggered is because Jackie has been able to control Chantel the majority of her life. So the whole comment about being impressionable, it triggered her because deep down inside, she knows she's been her mom's puppet. She's been utilized several times, and she does have this. When you've been a favorite, I have two experiences, those dynamics. I was the black sheep. When you have been the favorite child, when it's pitted against your siblings or whatever the case may be, you feel an entitlement. You understand what I'm saying? But at some point, Chantel wanted to be her own individual, although she may have some of the same similar characteristics as her mom. She wanted to be her own person, live her life her way on her own terms. It caused a conflict because now Jackie's not pleased with that. Jackie wants to be in control. She wants to maintain it for dear life. She don't care how she obtains it and how she maintains it.
So is she wrong? Is she wrong for that?
Who, Jackie?
Chantel wrong for realizing that she's been used and now she wants to be her own person. She wrong.
The way she handled it.
I think what Chantel is wrong at is trying to match her mother's energy. You can't pull a Jackie on a Jackie. Nothing good is going to come from that.
I think that she actually has pulled a really good Jackie on Jackie that's actually worked when it comes to this season of this show, because what she has shown was she could, just like Doug can shut her down, she's been able to shut Jackie down every single episode. So actually, she's done a really good job at pulling a Jackie on Jackie, because every season, if you say Doug, Jackie shuts up. She does. But now there's Chantel on the show. If they bring her Chantel, Jackie leaves, as she would do with Doug. So I think that she's done a good job with this. But also, I just feel like, had there been a conversation from the beginning that she's been trying to have through this entire season, which I don't understand why Jackie keeps moving the goalposts with this.
I just explained to you that's how narcissists work. And Chantel, in my opinion, didn't do a good job, because you don't need someone else. Let me explain something to you.
Hold on real quick. So I think once we get to this episode, we're at the end of the rope at this point. So yes, is everything wrong here? Absolutely, it's wrong. But you can only push a person so far. And I feel like, I understand that you guys feel a certain way about Chantel. I just feel like watching the show, I don't feel that way about Chantel. I think that I've never felt like Chantel came up with this show from this season and before feeling like she was her own person. I feel like this season she came on to be her own person. Just to have children now, this is what I want to do. And she's done it, even without her mom being present in these situations. And she's actually like not even showed up to a lot of the filming to not be with her mom. So I feel like she's done a really great job of not being involved with Jackie. So we don't see this. And because they keep on edging on, and this is why I really think that ties are very messy, because Ming just had this whole conversation about everybody make a peace. Jennifer and Evan able to sit around and coexist. Brittany had just apologized to Brandy. Like, it was great. And then here comes Ty going to Jackie, going to see if she can talk to Chantel. She was already done.
So for me,
I don't feel like Chantel is like pulling these strings anymore. Up at this point, Ty was wrong.
So again, Chantel knew what she was doing when she came on this show. They have been trying to recruit her to be a castmate to basically stick it to Jackie. They know that Jackie's kryptonite is her family, exposing her family
I
coming on and
don't think
speaking
that's
it.
true.
Wait a minute. They know that is Jackie's kryptonite. Her family, her being exposed for not because she's always tried to present this nucleus, family, she's such a good mom, this and her Doug's, all of the fake and false narratives, right? However, I personally don't think that Chantel did herself any justice. She does not come out looking in a good light. And I want to be clear on something because I don't just hold Chantel accountable, I hold Jackie accountable as well. I
Mhm.
feel like Jackie is the root, absolutely. But as Conscious said, and something that I've been saying on so many different lives, your healing does not begin with validation from people that have abused you. You don't get your healing that way. And I
I
don't see
agree.
healing in Chantel because Chantel is still on social media firing back and making posts here and there to when she speaks with such vigorous, like such animosity. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel the way she feels. However,
It's the
that's not
way
how
she's doing
healing
it.
shows up. You can speak about
Yeah,
your experiences
the
and it
way.
does not have to come off
Yeah,
with anger and pain. When you're healed, you can speak from a free place. And it doesn't come off as though you're still bitter and angry because you have done what you need to do to separate yourself, to understand that my validity of my experiences, I don't need nobody else to validate that. I know what I experienced. This is my truth. And fuck you and everybody else. And I'm moving on, living in love and light. Chantel is not giving that. She's
Can
still
I
hurt.
can I
And
can
I
I
can
just say one thing?
guarantee you,
Can I
listen,
just
hold
say
on.
one thing that you said?
I can guarantee you, if Chantel and Jackie was put in a room together in the present, we would have the same shit they had all season. Because this was filmed last year. But I can guarantee they would still be at odds with each other and the turmoil will still be there. I'm
Can
going
I
on mute.
and
respond to
I
can I
and I
respond to one
the
thing
way
that you
that
said?
Jackie's trying
Yeah,
to be
one thing that you
nice,
said was
like
that
not
you
as
think that Jackie's weakness is her family. I don't think that's true. I think Jackie's weakness is Doug, not her family. I think Evelyn's weakness is her family, but not for Jackie. It's Doug. That's it. And from her kids, that's been proven. It's not her family. It's just Doug. Even when you hear Chantel say on the show, "Well, don't let me call my dad," and she's like, "My husband." She's like, "My biological dad." Like it was like her weakness is not her family. It's Doug. That's it. So I don't feel like
Well, I agree to disagree because Jackie gets too riled up when people mention her daughters. That's a point
yeah,
of
because
contention. I've never
they're not
seen her
there.
get.
But we also
I've
see
never seen her get riled up when when her son. Because I don't call them other than Chantel. I don't recall anybody trying to weaponize her son against her. But she gets riled up when it comes to people weaponizing her daughters against her. So what I'm saying, well, that's when I say. But that's what I mean when I'm saying that is her kryptonite. Jackie cannot publicly. I don't know behind the scenes, but publicly, Jackie cannot take any negative criticism when it comes to her parenting.
I never seen her be so. Only when it came to Sakar, I never seen her do this with Dougie or with Chantel. Chantel being on
Dougie
the
had a
show.
different.
I
Dougie
think
had
the
She
a
thing
flipped
was
out
different.
on Laura.
Yeah,
even that
Dougie
She
season when they
flipped
tried.
were
out
talking
on
Dougie
about
Laura
tried
when
to
Laura
blame
sat down with her daughter. When she was
hold on. Even that season when they were talking about Takari, you remember when Chantel came and she asked her not to speak to Evelyn. Chantel walked right past her and went to talk to Evelyn because I don't
my
think they
point
had
is, and
relationship.
she and her and Evelyn wind up getting into it. But my point is, she flipped out on Laura for having to sit down with Chantel.
No, that wasn't that season. It was a season with Takari.
I'm talking
They did
about.
not connect.
I'm not talking about
Evelyn,
that same season because obviously Laura wasn't on the season when the Takari stuff came out. I'm talking about the season earlier on when Laura sat down with Chantel. Her and Jackie got into it about that.
well, I understand, but this is after that happened. I'm talking about when the Takari stuff happened.
And what
Of
my
course, they
point
got
I'm
to do
trying
that
to
because
prove
Jackie
to
was
you,
putting
what I'm
on
trying
this
to show
facade
you,
about
what I'm
her
trying to
family
show
at
you
that
is the
time.
correlation of how Jackie children are a part of her kryptonite. They
So
are. Jackie
let me
does
ask
not
you this:
want to look
why?
like a bad mother.
So let me ask you this: why are we not watching Jackie and Doug have marriages every season anymore?
because Doug is a coach
Doug
now. He
is a
can't do
part of
all of
her.
that.
Doug is a part of her kryptonite. That's why I said family. I
Doug is
didn't
a
want to
coach.
single no
He
one
can't do
particular
all of that.
person out, but family. Jackie came on the very first season. Jackie wanted to present herself as this fiery, diehard. I ride for my family. My husband, I play by my husband. I don't play by my kids. Go watch the earlier seasons. That was her whole.
And then her kids said that she do play about them. And she
And so,
showed
but
that she
that's
has
my point.
every season. Now
That's
her
my
daughter
point. It was
saying that
the
she do play
narrative. It
about
was
it.
the. That's my point. It was the narrative that Jackie had presented to the public, and because her daughter, starting with, it really was in total respect. I think the reason why she felt some kind of way about Chantel sitting down initially with Laura was because she was afraid that there was a possibility that Chantel was, because again, she knows Chantel is impressionable. She felt like Chantel may have running her mouth and
And
disclosing some of the
Chantel spilled
family
her
secrets.
heart. And Chantel spilled her heart out to Laura. She was not impressionable. She shared what was going on in her life. Period. Like it was not she was
That's why I
impressionable.
posed the
Laura
question.
didn't have to say anything to her. She expressed what was going on in the family for her, and she didn't understand. She said that. Then you rewind and then you fast forward to the whole thing when it came to Takari, when she was what the Evelyn thing. Not Takari. Chantel walked right past Jackie. Even though she kept saying, "Don't go talk to her,"
She
she
could
was
have
like,
been
"I
doing
want to
that
talk to her."
smart,
I want to
though.
talk to Evelyn. Chantel has never really had any respect for Jackie because I don't feel like Jackie's treated them right. Period. But that's just, I think, as watching the show, I just don't think that they had that ever.
And I want to play another clip you got before y'all chime in. Hold on, because it's some more clips that are being released to social media. So let's check this out.
Down with your mother because prior to the cameras, we didn't have this issue. We did? No. So we've had a great relationship? Shani, have we not? Have we had a great relationship? Okay, then you should probably be able to share with me why you feel like. I'm asking you a rhetorical question. I feel like there's a huge difference between Jackie the mother and Jackie the personality. And I think that version of Jackie is who came and sat down in front of me right now. I don't want to be a part of the lie. All this I know. So sad. All this I know. This is sad. It isn't. It is. All this I know is I agreed to sit down again with you to have this conversation for you. It ain't for me. I wanted to give you an opportunity to clean your name up.
I couldn't imagine sitting down my mom ever saying that to me.
What is your side of what happened and went down in your hotel?
I'm not talking about Chantel. Not in the least bit. So any questions regarding her is a no. Please get me up out of here. That's a good idea. She came in here and tried to say we were done and jumped in my face, pushed me, said you don't love me, it's a lie, all this kind of crazy stuff. She's out of control. Oh, you want to put your hands on me? She's swung on me. She swung me. People start grabbing and holding. Security grabbed me. Security grabbed her.
I never thought that it would get beyond the point of mother and daughter having a brawl in Hawaii.
This is them explaining it.
Jackie, tell us.
Okay.
I think the fact that she just said that always putting your hands on me is a total sign of the past they've already had. And I feel like I know that people want to play devil's advocate and all these things, but there is a history of Jackie doing terrible things to her kids, period. Whether we want to believe it or not, they have been saying this for years. And I just feel like, that to me, when she said that part, I'm like, well, why did she always, not like whooping me as a kid, like always putting your hands on me sounds different to me.
I don't understand, me, myself personally, I don't understand why Chantel came on Basketball Wives. Basketball Wives, the structure of that show has never shown it to be a show that is trying to help build and mend broken relationships. That's number one. Number two, she's seen repeatedly, season after season after season, that these women, when they're the ones that Jackie, when she's in conflict with these women, their go-to is always to bring up her children, her family. So for me, I'm looking at Chantel, and I know that the intention was not pure. I know this. And I'm just like, okay, she did herself an injustice because if at any given point in time she thought coming on that show was going to help her and her mother heal,
Hold on for a minute,
I
y'all.
ain't catching it.
Hold on for a minute.
I agree with that too. 'Cause
Hold on for a minute. Hold on.
Sorry.
I just got an email that my stream was interrupted due to probably playing these clips. So Debonair, do you know how to get up out of this? How I get up out of this?
You got a what?
I got a notification from YouTube. It says, due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. The streams are interrupted when copywritten content is detected.
Oh, probably because you're playing the clips from the show.
Yeah. So how can I get up?
I don't know. I don't play no clips. I don't know. Are they going to ask you afterwards to take them out?
But I've seen people get their streams interrupted and then be able to.
That's why I'll be trying to interrupt them and like
undo and be able to like undo it and get back to their stream.
Yeah, because normally you don't. That's why I'll be trying to interrupt and like do commentary in between. Because if you're doing commentary in between the clips, they don't do it. That's why let me stop here and let me explain this or whatever, so that they don't do that to you.
I know, but what I'm saying is that even if it's interrupted, I know people have a way of like getting their streams back in real time instead of just ending the stream. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know that.
But I've never had my stream interrupted, but I've seen other people. Okay, well, I don't know how to get it back. Let me see if I can go through my settings real quick, because we done been put on pause, which means I can unpause it, but I need to figure out how to unpause it. Let me tell the chat that I'm coming. Hold on.
Yeah, I was going to say the chat they're seeing it.
Well, I mean, I listen. I never came over here thinking that the chat was going to agree with me at all. To be honest, I never came over here for that. I think Conscious knew that as well when he told me to come over here. But I think that when Chantel was invited on this show, y'all don't think that Jackie agreed with that?
I don't think that Jackie knew Chantel.
We're gonna go that
I don't know which one of y'all said that. I really believe. I don't know which one of y'all said that. Y'all think that Jackie wanted Chantel to come on. I need to answer your question. Let me answer your question. One of y'all said that Jackie. I don't know if it was Faye. One of y'all said that Jackie thought Chantel was going to come on, be a fellow basketball wife like her, and you know what I mean. They were going to, I guess run a show together or something of that magnitude. I
thought she was gonna go.
I love how y'all are not. I love how y'all are having this whole conversation, and instead of helping me to try to get the stream back, because y'all have an appointment.
I'm looking on my phone.
Can't nobody hear us? Can't nobody experience?
No, that's what I was saying to you, Conscious. They can hear us in the chat.
No, they can't hear us. They are just in the chat, but they can't hear us because we've been suspended. We're currently we still alive, but the stream is suspended.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Conscious.
Hey, we're back. Hold on, I think we're back. All right. Okay. So we're back. Hold on. Can y'all hear us now? I think we're back.
Okay. No, it was me, Rumors. I said that because I thought she was going to be coming at Evelyn because calling, the last.
I got like a bunch of shit playing.
I can hear you.
Y'all hear us? Okay, so we back. All right. Okay, so yeah, because I knew there was a way to get it back. I didn't know how the fuck to get it back. Okay, so now we back. All right. So go ahead, y'all.
Yeah, it was me that said that because I felt like she was going to come at Evelyn for calling her mom a prostitute. The stuff she did last season. I thought it was going to be like that because, like you said, at times she do be riding for her mom. So I thought it was going to be like that. I know that they have a complicated relationship. I just didn't think she was going to go like this. Even when she said about Doug is going to leave you and all, like, wow. Like,
I think Jackie really thought she was going to be able to control the narrative.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. I don't believe that Jackie ever thought that her daughter was going to come onto the show and it was going to be a Jackie versus Chantel the entire damn season. That's literally what it was.
It wasn't that the entire season.
It really was. It really was.
It literally was.
I love you, boo. But just because the first couple of episodes, Chantel came in and they were trying, I moved downstairs. They had the little apartment, scene or whatever. It was basically the entire season. They were like,
the reason why I know because every time I saw the blog, they were like, "I'm so sick and tired of Evelyn and Jennifer with this whole marriage thing.
I'm not talking about the blogs. I'm talking about what I watch. I'm not saying that there was nobody else. I mean, you had Jennifer and Evelyn, as you were stating or whatever. But I'm saying what dominated the whole damn season? Jackie and her daughter.
It went from Jennifer. It went from Jennifer and Evelyn, and then it went to Brandy. It went to Brandy to everybody in the damn cast, and then we got to Jackie and Chantel.
I'm sorry, I gotta agree with her too. Like that was like really surface.
I review this show every week. That's not what
it is okay. But you listen, so that it is okay that someone has a different opinion than yours. Just because I feel and others may feel that their story, Jackie and her daughter's storyline, dominated the whole damn season, does not mean that it didn't. It doesn't mean that your talking points don't have a valid, any validity from your viewpoint. What I'm saying is Evelyn and Jackie shit, Evelyn and Jennifer's storyline. Okay, it was all right. It was boom, boom, boom here. 1, 2, 3, gone. Okay, Ty and old girl. 1, 2, 3, gone. Or what I'm saying is because it's relatable. It's more relatable than not what Jackie and her daughters have experienced. It's something that plagues our community in large numbers. So it's polarizing. It's scandalous. It definitely overshadowed everybody else's storyline.
And it did seem like they were bringing it up. They were bringing it up more than the other storylines.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it seems like this has been the entire season, but for me, because I'm a Brandy fan, so I've been battling for Brandy for weeks. And then we got to this, I'm like, I don't have to battle for it no more because we got the Jackie and Chantel. That's only why I'm saying that I seem like the different part.
Well, even with the Brandy having a stank attitude, leading to Chantel getting mad because her mom didn't stick up for her after they, Brandy called her a child and this and that. That's it. Like it just seemed like this whole the little smaller storylines escalated into.
I think that y'all to just be getting caught up in semantics a lot of times. Like it's clear that yes, the entire season has a bunch of storylines, and Jackie and her daughter storyline, it was one amongst many. And I do remember seeing comments since the show been airing, or since the season been airing, that people have been saying that they feel like Chantel has added no value to the show, that she came on to be her mom's op, and people were saying that like way before it had got here. Like it's pretty much been going on since the show been airing. Now, because I haven't been watching, I haven't, been able to see what people been extracting to make them say that they feel like Chantel got a secret gripe with their mom or with Jackie, etc. But everybody was calling her a hater, pretty much. Like it's pretty much been like a majority rule that like Chantel is like a secret op to her mom. People been like, she should be grateful. Like, why would you come on your mom's show and then op up against her or try to make her look bad? Like, I've been seeing the comments. I ain't been watching the show, but I've been watching the blogs every time that they post a clip, of the coming episodes, etc. And so it's been a big consensus that people have been picking up on. But for me, because I knew a bit of the history between Jackie and Chantel, my whole thing was I wasn't surprised if that was the case because they've had a broken relationship forever. And my whole thing is I just don't know what Jackie or Chantel really thought was going to fucking happen with this particular storyline. Because Chantel, did you really think your arrogant, narcissistic ass mama is going to allow you to openly confront her about things that are going to damage her reputation, damage her public image? And do you think Jackie's going to honestly sit there on fucking camera with you on syndicated television, being broadcast all around the nation and all around the world, and allow you to put her secrets on Front Street and have her say yes? And I'm sorry. Absolutely the fuck not. Where in the hell did you wake up thinking that Jackie would ever be that humbled? And why did you think that y'all could skip past dealing with this intimately first and jump into her being able to do this on reality TV out of all places? Like,
but it also makes me wonder what did Jackie want to do on her YouTube channel, on her reality show when it came to this as well. Like, if it's going to happen on Basketball Wives, then when you get to YouTube or your TV show, then what would that change?
Because it was never going to happen. That was just shallow shit that Jackie threw to Chantel to not have to do it on the show. It was not going to happen on Jackie's show or YouTube either.
Yeah.
That was a way to just get out of doing it on the show by saying, no, I ain't gonna do it here.
Yeah,
Let's
she
do
was
it here.
smart.
But doing it there was never going to actually happen either. It was just a way
Yeah.
to get the goalposts all around, because why would any egotistical maniac do that? No egotistical narcissistic maniac is going to admit to things that make them look better. Their entire life is caught up in the illusion that they've created. It's caught up in the image they've created. So they're not going to allow nothing to injure that. Of course, Jackie's going to fight to the death, literally fight for her reputation, like, because that's how invested she is in the image she's created, and she's not going to allow,
Can I tell you something, Conscious?
She's not going to allow that to come down for the sake of her daughter's salvation. Yes.
Let me tell you something, and only you probably will understand this. The reason why I know this is because the person I was married to is the same damn way. Mm-hmm. And we did something on YouTube that had to be taken down only to do something else. And I just feel like, I think eventually she did think she's going to come on here and pretend that was going to work out, but it didn't work out that way. So now she's going to be trying to be fighting to fix it later on that YouTube channel.
I think that if the possibility that Jackie would have had Chantel on her YouTube channel, she would have still spun it. She would have still controlled the narrative, and she would have definitely gaslit. She would have played all the antics that she needed and tactics that she needed to use to make Chantel look like a raging maniac. And at the end of the day, that is what I keep trying to convey in regards to Chantel. Like, this was never going to benefit her in a real healing way, because you're dealing with a narc. I still believe that Chantel is a narc herself. Well, maybe she just has narcissistic characteristics that she inherited from her mom. Mm-hmm. But you cannot, sometimes, like majority of times, you cannot match energy with energy when it's toxic energy. Nothing good is going to come from that. Nothing. Right. She shouldn't, in my opinion, she should have never went on that show, because that show is not designed, again, for the 100th time. It is not designed and set up for healing.
And
it was never going to do that.
But the ironic part is that they did get
that Jackie had wanted to have that conversation. It was still in spaces where Jackie could control the editing and the overall outcome as well. Ask her to have that conversation in a space that Chantel controls.
And the reality, though, on this actual season, during this trip, they got a lot of healing from the friendship that was happening. You see, Evelyn and Jennifer are not really fighting right now. Ming and Brandy made up. Even Brittany apologized to Brandy. So there was a lot of healing on this trip. But the main thing is Jennifer is Chantel and Jackie. And even in this dinner, this is why I say that Ty is messy. When Ming said this, then here go Ty. Let me go talk to Jackie so I can make sure that her and Chantel talk. Ty should let that shit alone.
I mean, that could have been.
But you do know how reality TV works, right? You do know how production works.
But I'm just saying. But Ty has been doing this the entire time. Let's just
I'm not taking anything away from that. Listen, I'm not taking anything away from that.
Dismantle a tie is you heal. Had Jackie and Chantel been healed, there would have been nothing for Ty to instigate.
Nobody.
Even if it would have been her full intention to meddle. So I still can't blame Ty, because Ty's not the source of what's going on.
I blame Ty because Ty should have left this alone.
She's just an antagonist, but she's not the source. Like, it's like it'd be the same situation if me and Deb had went through something and recovered. If me and Deb really had recovered, it don't matter if another bitch is being messy or not, trying to flame.
Nobody can come between.
Flame the passion or the past. It will not work, because
me and Deb
because me and Deb have actually recovered. But because Jackie and Christie haven't recovered, everything is able to be injurious to the relationship, because the relationship is fragile. It's hanging on by a thin thread because it's unhealed.
But the reason why
can I ask you a question? So
when Ming said this, Ty was like, well, everything is not fixed, because Ty was mad because she feels like the things between her and Ming are not fixed. And so she was like, well, let me go talk to Jackie about this stuff. To be honest, I feel like, yes, it's a show. I get that part. But the reality of what Ming said was true. Ty was just being very messy because she wanted to drown Ming's trip.
I mean,
So can
well,
I ask you a
that's
question?
subjective. That I can get what you're saying with that because Ming and her got that situation. I understand what you're saying with that, but I do think that was production probably telling her, hey, go say this to Jackie or whatever. I mean, again, we just everything is surface, right? We just seeing what we're seeing.
Right.
So I can see why you saying that, and I still feel
I'm
like
just going along with the show, not like the behind the scenes stuff.
like
You know
I
what I
see
mean?
what you're saying,
But behind the
but I
scenes
still yeah
is what orchestrates the drama on the show. Like
like I
you
can see
cannot
too.
you can't ignore that. And so I want to
Yeah,
ask you a question though, so that like true real tea.
Mhm.
At what point, because I my talking points does not clear Jackie of anything. She's not innocent, as I stated.
man.
Right.
But at what point did Chantel not look at the situation and decide to herself, I see this is not going anywhere. My mom keeps walking away from me. She doesn't want to have the conversation. She's avoiding it. She's doing every damn thing but jumping off a damn cliff to avoid this. So let me just leave this shit alone. And let's move on to
And
something
then
else.
when
At what
she is,
point does that not
and then when
To be
she
honest, from
is
the beginning
talking,
when
and
me
then
and
when she
Conscious
is
talked, I
talking,
already said that I thought that they were both wrong.
but when she is
So I'm not
talking,
agreeing on either
she
side.
rather talks to her one on one. Jackie's more receptive when it's just her and her daughter. That's what
No,
I'm seeing too.
the problem is that Jackie kept changing the goalposts. At first, it
Yeah,
was don't talk about my daughter. Then it came to, well, if she's around with the group, I'll talk to her. Then it came to we need a one-on-one. Then it came to on my talk show. Then it came back to a one-on-one. So for me, it's confusing if I'm
and
Chantel on
just
the
just
show, playing
Chantel
along with the
too.
show.
but it
It's
shouldn't be
confusing.
It's just
confused.
the same as
Wait a
Chantel.
minute.
Chantel said, "Don't stick up for me. Let me handle my own." And then when
Right.
she didn't, she got Chantel got mad at her for that. So
Right,
they're
right.
both doing the same thing.
But
I
that's
just
what I was about to say.
yeah
Say like reality. This is a reality. Fuck the TV show.
right.
Chantel know her
Mhm.
mama better than anybody else on the
Yeah.
show. Right? She knows her mom. She knows the characteristics. She knows her mom's antics. All of that. Again, at what point did
But
Chantel not why was she not able to
Why didn't
say
she read the
let's
room?
move past this and
Yeah,
just leave this alone, because we're
yeah.
not going to get anywhere. She doesn't want to have the conversation, no matter, she
Right,
keep, like you said, changing the goal, moving the goalposts. She doesn't
right.
want to do it. At what point is there not any accountability on her behalf?
because Chantel
Because
can't
a narc
say
is a narc.
because she can't say that and then do what she's been doing on the show. What Chantel's been doing was not showing up the stuff and then calling them and saying, "Well, how did Jackie act during this event?" Oh, well, Jackie went off because they mentioned you. She's like, "I'm not coming to the next event." Oh, well, then how did Jackie act during this one? Oh, she did this. I'm not coming. Like, you got to understand that they were both playing a part in this entire situation. This is why I said I think they both were wrong. Because it's not just I think that Jack was changing the goalposts, but then also you had to not it was not even let me not even say it was Chantel. Denise was in those rooms being messy as fuck every single time. Denise would
Yeah,
go to
he
everything
was.
and get stuff and then take it back to Chantel that she never asked her for. That's what I was trying
Yeah,
to say.
and
So
that's why.
But that
Denise
still
would go,
does not
she
take
would go
in.
to every single event, even if she wasn't invited, she would go.
But that's
And
what
she would
goes
take
back to
whatever
the
she heard
impressionable
back
part.
to Chantel.
But that's what
Going
Jackie
back
said
to
about the
conscious speaking point.
impressionable part. She said that because no girl that you just met, no friend or whatever you want to call her, can just come to you and say, "Your mom said this."
But that's why she
Like,
also called and asked the question, like, "Is this what happened?" And they told her this is what happened.
and
But
that's
And
that goes back
and
to
even
that's
what
fine.
when they
conscious
got
said though, so
when they got
that
there and Evelyn had to talk to her, she was like, "Well, she was like, what Denise has been telling you is not true. This is what happened." She was like, "I've been talking to you," which even when they were saying, I'm like, she was just at Evelyn's house with Shanice, so that didn't make sense to
Which I
me.
thought was corny.
What?
but
Her going
for
to
me, and I'm gonna,
her
because
house.
I'm about to dip. But
Yeah, I gotta
for
go
me,
too.
overall, like I agree 100% what Conscious said. When if you and I are in conflicts with each other, right,
Mhm.
and I can, whether we can get a resolve or not, I'm not going to allow others to come in and add fuel to the fire, especially when it comes to whether it's toxic or not, a mother and daughter
Right,
dynamic.
I
If
agree.
it's, for me, it was like, okay, since I can't get at my mom, I'm going to allow them to get at my mom. That's why Chantel was okay with allowing Brittany to project and unleash and unload onto Jackie, because she couldn't get to Jackie the way she wanted to get to Jackie.
And
I definitely believe that she wanted
No, I
to.
agree with you on this. I
So
yeah,
agree.
I believe
yeah,
she wanted to serve, like she wanted revenge against her mom in the sense of, I'm going to give you back every fucking thing you've given me.
Mhm.
All the hurt and pain you've given me, I want to give it back to you so you can get a taste of your own medicine.
and I'm
But
allowed to do it too.
as I've been saying, it did not serve her anything. When you're dealing with a narc, your best, the best, like I would have been able, if the shoe was reversed, I would have been in the same space with my mother and never gave her a hello or goodbye. And if I would have, out of respect, just for the fact of you're my mother and you birthed me, hello and goodbye. There would have been no conversation, no
Right,
interacting, no nothing in
right.
between time. Because overall, I know that this is what production and whoever cast me, this is what they wanted me to do, to come on here to rival and beef with my mom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, they don't give a real, like, I'm gonna be honest. Other than Brandy, I don't think anybody else on that
Yes,
show
I
had a
said that.
genuine, true. And I want to say Jennifer, but I don't feel it. I mean, only because of her loss of her mom. But
Yeah,
I don't feel like anybody else that was on this cast really gave two shits whether or not Jackie and her daughter actually mended and got the healing that they need. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel that.
yeah.
And honestly, if it wasn't for, because I've watched every season. I hate that
Mhm.
I give them my views because I think the show is trash, in my opinion. I'm like, but to each his own. I feel like Jackie needs.
I do think that Evelyn cared because of the mother-daughter relationship. Again, I will say this all the time because I just feel like the relationship that she has with her daughter, it does seem sad, regardless of whether it's a storyline or not. They don't have that in real life. Jennifer, Jackie don't have this with any of her daughters like this, and whether this is on a show or not, that's a real story. And I think that in real life, Evelyn really does care about it because this is not the
I'm
first
sorry.
daughter, the second daughter that's happened. And I think because of the relationship, even when Chantel brought it up on this episode, she was like, "I'll never have the relationship." And I know you brought up the fact that they grew up together, but still, just to see a mother-daughter relationship the way that I would want it, I could understand why that is a real story.
I
Well,
don't think. I
you know,
don't think
it's
that
some.
really
There's
cares.
something that is always said
Yeah.
about reprocreating when you're not in a place to actually be a parent. Everybody that births children and even plant the seed are not meant to be parents. It is
Mhm.
unfortunate. This is something that is extremely common. It always is heartbreaking as a parent myself. It is extremely heartbreaking to see these fractures in families. However, at some point, you have to take a stand for yourself. You have to know when it's time to walk away and be okay with that. And be okay with that. In my opinion, Jackie never had a maternal instinct in her.
I agree with that.
And unfortunately for her children that
It's
are still clinging and want, and I understand that desire, but you have to literally detach yourself in a way that you have
especially
to be
trying to
I
okay
hate
with
influence.
you.
not having that relationship. There are that's why you have surrogate parents out here, adopted parents, and all that type of stuff. She can get everything she needs. And I would detach myself from my father too, because he's done her no justice whatsoever by not actually calling her mom out. So it ain't just Jackie that's the problem, as been stated 100 times in the chat and on in Conscious Lips. Doug is a problem too. I would just disassociate myself and I would create my own family outside of the family that I have biologically. I would create my own family and just be done with it.
I'm
And the
going to say this
piggyback.
to you,
And the
I'm going
piggyback.
to say this to you, Chantel. If you're listening,
Yeah.
you are not going to be able to have true peace and know where to properly put Jackie in your life until you mourn
Mm-hmm.
the mother she will never be. You're
I
going to
agree.
have to mourn that thing. You're going to have to let that thing, in the words of my Ian Levin's aunt, you're going to have to let that thing break your heart and entirely accept the woman and the mother she's never going to be. And until you can actually let that go, that fantasy of her go, until you can stop fighting to see if that's beneath the gravel of it all, you're going to find yourself in this toxic, energetic exchange and battle with something that may never be. Because if Jackie is capable of being the woman that you desire her to be, it's still going to have to come by way of Jackie discovering that woman. She will not be able to do that through you, but through herself. So you have to let that go to maintain your sanity and your peace.
And to piggyback on what Rumors were saying too, like the boundaries thing. You moved into a building with her, knowing that you still have a rocky relationship with her. I think in essence, like you just said, Conscious too, you have to accept the things that you cannot change. If Jackie does not want to change, you have to accept it. So if you cannot be around her, don't move in no building around her. Don't go on no show with her. Don't do none of that. You know, look at Takari. She's been out of the loop. She ain't been, you know, and she said she's healed because she's been staying away. And maybe that's what she needs to do and seek counseling. And then maybe they can circle back at what's going on. I think at this time, what we saw right here was very toxic. It was unnecessary where we needed to see this because this is the world seeing this now. So all we can do is judge what we see. And I think that Chantel, like Rumor said, did not do her a justice of being being on the show. It made it worse. But I have to go, guys. This was a great panel. Y'all have a good night.
Okay, thank you for joining, baby.
Yes.
Again.
And I utter the same talking points in love and light. Good night, y'all.
Night.
Thank you, Rumors. So what do you predict, so damn? Like where?
I knew I didn't come over here to win anybody over, to be honest. I knew I didn't come over to win anybody over. I still feel the same way that I felt before. I just feel like one, I know people look at it as a show. I think that there are things going on at home that are just a little bit different. I still think that Jackie did touch that girl first. And when she pushed her off of her, was she just did. Like, get off of me. I don't think it warned her to slap her in the face. I don't think that ever. I'm not going to change that.
I mean, but Jackie kind of hit the wall, so damn.
Well, I mean, she should have hit the wall, but don't put your hands on her.
And you know how black mamas is, baby. I brought you in and what? And what? I brought you in.
I mean, and at this point, who's taking a while at this point? Because I don't know. But my thing is this. I just feel like
I definitely think that,
like I said from the beginning, they both were wrong.
Well, yeah, because Chantel is doing the verbal abuse. Jackie is doing the emotional abuse by not making herself emotionally available to Chantel. Chantel then responds to that with verbal abuse. Then Jackie gets up and then takes things to the physical level, and then we get all hell that's breaking loose. Chantel should have walked her ass out of that door, though. She was already headed there.
I agree.
For the sake of her own adultness and grown womanness, she should have found her way to that door successfully. She doubled back. She wanted to prove something. She got vacuumed into the moment, and her mama said, "Look."
I don't think that she thought her mom's gonna put her hands on her though.
I
then she said,
agree. But
then she said later on that she wasn't putting her hands on her. I'm like, I don't know.
Look, I agree that Jackie should not have touched Chantel in any kind of way, because when it's already the battleground.
Wait. Rumors and say, listen, I just talked to them because I reviewed their show. That's it.
When it's an intense situation, it's not best to then touch the other person. If y'all already get onto the last nerves, it's not best to try to touch a shoulder or grab a hand or grab her arm, baby. Just leave that alone. So it was not an intelligent decision on Jackie's part. She wasn't reading the room. You already had security in the room. You already had producers in the room. You could have told the producers and the security to escort your daughter on out here before you toss her ass over the balcony. Or Jackie could have found her way to the door and left until Chantel left the room. But she definitely
never had to touch Chantel, and then it would have been a thing.
Well, and Chantel could have also left. It wouldn't have been a thing, because at the end of the day, she's not in a common space. You are in your mother's room, and you are now leaving. You need to go ahead and motherfucking leave. And since Jackie's telling you to go ahead and find your way, because now it's the same principle of being in my home. If I tell you to leave, bitch, you need to grab your shit. And you need to do just that. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you're feeling like. I don't care what you're thinking. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I say leave, motherfucking leave.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Your mom is saying she won't have a conversation with you any other way, smoke signals, any kind of way, and y'all finally get to this point, and then as you're walking out, she's talking shit to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And nothing in your mind says, let me turn around because maybe I'm just I'm at my point right now where let me talk shit too. Not thinking that my mom's ever put her hands on me.
You have to know that you're not making nothing better by continuing to engage an ugly moment. If things have gotten ugly, because it wasn't like they was having a beautiful moment and then Chantel, was like, oh, okay, it's some hope. If I turn around and try to talk, it's like I turned around to be antagonistic too. I turned around to match energy. So where was the solution gonna come at? It could only escalate, and even if it didn't escalate to physical, it was still only just going to escalate and get worse. Whether that was Jackie saying something very underhanded, or rather
horrible arguments.
Huh?
Me and my mom got some horrible arguments. I
Right.
mean, it could have been like the Jackie and Chantel, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But she ain't never put her hands on me though.
I mean, but that's the thing. Chantel
And I would never have my mom.
This is a situation where literally two people played a role. It's not like all of Jackie's problem or all Jackie's fault. It's not all of Chantel's fault. Once Chantel had decided the conversation was over, she was done, she should have kept it moving. If she saw that her mama was talking shit, if anything, to an emotionally intelligent and mature person, that was another sign that, okay, we definitely can't have no conversation. I see what type of time you really own. I need to go ahead and continue to make my exit out of this moment because you're not talkable at this point. We're not able to reason. And if you're talking shit to me on my way out, why would I then turn around to accomplish what? To accomplish what? You, if anything, you're giving me reason to continue to head towards the door, which is what I'm going to do. Now, that's what a mature person would have done. If you haven't grown and you are very emotional as well, then something like that is going to be able to pull you and vacuum you into the moment. So then it's going to be back to the battlefield and somebody's going to get a black eye.
They eat me up in the chat about being friends with Evelyn. Well, listen, I'm
the alleged colorist. The alleged colorist. The one.
It's alleged.
The Afro-Latina that called a black woman monkey.
Listen, she never called that lady a monkey, but we're not gonna get there.
She used the monkey symbol. She was in Paramount Wiggins' bag. She used the monkey symbol. Bye-bye.
Because you're gonna be upset that I'm friends with Claudia Jordan.
She was more mad at OG than she was at the nigga that put a dent in her forehead. She called the nigga that put a dent in her forehead just to get at a woman. Just to get at another chick on a show. Who does that?
You know who
calls the abuser for receipts?
Conscious, I enjoy my time.
Baby.
Listen, I did good today. I am not getting out of pocket today.
We're gonna do a dear so debonair video how to save you from Evelyn child. Okay, but we're gonna make our best. We're gonna make our best arguments, honey. Okay, but I'm happy that you came. I want to ask you one last question. So, where do you predict this would go between Chantel and Jackie? Do you think Chantel gonna be there for next season? Do you think they're gonna work this out? Do you think it's definitely like really divided at this point? This one drew the line.
To be honest, I don't know what next season looks like. I think that people didn't like Brittany, Chantel, or Denise. So I don't know if they'll be back. To be honest, I think that Chantel, without the mommy issues, was great for the show.
Yeah. Without the mommy issues. Yeah.
I can see Chantel coming in and if Jackie wants to retire, replacing Jackie.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
So I don't know, but I hope that
maybe this reunion gonna be lit.
There's no reunion.
Oh, it's no reunion? How you know? They've already announced it?
Yeah, they announced it. There's no reunion.
Why?
I don't think that Jackie wants to argue with her daughter on national television about why she smacked her in the face.
Yeah, because she already on the show saying I don't want to talk about her. So,
yeah.
I mean, well, then to everybody else's point, it means that Jackie and Chantel did carry the show because why would the reunion not happen?
I was just Teresa Jenkins. Evelyn did not tell me that.
Why would the reunion not happen because of Jackie and Chantel's storyline if the whole show ain't being carried because of their storyline?
You know what I will say is I think that Ming and Ty was the greatest add-ons to the show. I thought that it revived the show, to be honest. Brittany, I don't know why they brought her back. I also like Chantel's character on the show outside of the mommy issue with Jackie. I thought that Ming, Chantel, and Ty were great additions to the show. I know that like rumors that T says cancel the show. People like that show still. Like, I mean, we've been watching it for years. It's actually a good show. And this season, without these mommy issues, would have been great.
It's just coming off.
Y'all still watching Housewives of every other season.
I don't watch
Why can't Basketball Wives still have the show?
I'm so over all them shows. I ain't watching shows in years. I'm just so over it. I'm so grown. I got 39-year-old issues now. I ain't 29 no more. Like certain shit just.
They watched The Simpsons for years. They never said change the characters. Like why do we have to change ours?
I think it's not change the characters, but can you change the issues? Like all y'all are wealthy, rich.
But they say change the cast, not change the characters or cancel
change the activities, change the format. Even if you're gonna keep
but
the
this season was so different. It was
because it's so petty. They're literally fighting over like what?
Did you watch the season?
I watched, like I said, I only saw the clips on the blogs.
This season was really good. When Ming and Ty came in, they did change the dynamics of the show. It was very interesting to have because even they had the lesbians on before. Jacelle and I forgot what her wife's name was, but Ming and Ty brought a totally different dynamics to the show, and it was really good. It also like ignited the show a little bit. I thought it was really great. Adding Brittany, Denise, and Chantel, I have no idea why that happened because Brittany already failed one season before. I get because she was a Muslim and she was be peaceful. They brought her back, but then she wasn't really peaceful. So, I mean, it didn't really change the atmosphere of Brittany. Denise could have stayed at home. So she could have been a friend of the show, to be honest. And then,
how many times has Evelyn retired? And she back every. I said, and how many times has Evelyn retired?
One time.
No, she done left that show a few times.
One time because she had her own show.
This is it. She left when Tammy was there and came back. Then she left when OG was there and came back. She done
she only left one time, and then she came back because she had her own show, and she was after the chat thing, and then she came back years later.
She has made so many public declarations. I'm done.
Only one time. So y'all be saying all this stuff.
I'm saved now. I'm done. New Christ, new titties. Well, thank you for being here, SoDev. This was amazing.
I appreciate you inviting me.
Please follow SoDev, you guys, on YouTube and Instagram. Spelled just how it is, so on the screen. And yeah, I think you're gonna keep us posted because I got to tune in to now catch up now because y'all done got my attention.
I got to do a whole review tomorrow now. After I did all this,
I'm gonna be in the building. I'm gonna be in the building. All right, boo. Thank you for being here.
All right. Talk to you tomorrow later. Bye.
And that was SoDev, you guys, on YouTube and Instagram. Child, heal it up, y'all. I say it all the time. What you don't confront is gonna keep confronting you. Okay? That's the old saying that you can run, but you can't hide from your demons. And unfortunately, as much as we think that it's easier to heal when other people agree, when other people admit, when other people confess, the reality is, even when all that's said and done, people still hold on to shit because healing really is an individual thing. It is sad that this is playing out on national television. It's sad to see a mom and a daughter, a black mother and black daughter. But, you know, that this is also a lot more common, baby. There's a lot of disgruntledness between a lot of black women and their mothers. So, you know, hopefully this creates the conversations of the conversations. And we definitely going to be sending, baby, this dysfunctional ass family light and love. Doug, your ass should be a goddamn shame of yourself. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you not even really necessary. I mean, it's almost like you just a piece of furniture in the whole family, child. Like, you have not served any meaningful role in the family at all. Like, you should be really ashamed of your damn self that your family is out here doing all of this, and then, my God, being rewarded with a check for being this dense and low vibrational. And if this ain't the like episode that makes Doug step all the way up because he realizes his own legacy as a father and a husband and as a man is on the line, then Doug is really a train wreck, and it actually scares me, honey. Okay, I'm actually more scared of what the fuck is wrong with Doug more so than I am what the fuck is wrong with Jackie, because at least Jackie wears her fucked upness on her sleeve. Doug, on the other hand, girl, baby, them silent killers, baby, that's a whole shit show right there. So I'm gonna unpack this. I'm gonna probably come back before the weekend is out, or before the week is out, and do my Iyanla version of this conversation, because I just need to really unpack my thoughts on all of this, and then I'm gonna come back and give my Iyanla diagnosis of Jackie and Chantel. You guys tell me what you guys think about all this drama in the comment section, child. Y'all thumbs up, share. Subscribe if you're new here, and of course, you can donate to the platform and show some love on Cash App, $Consciouztv, and or PayPal.me/Consciouztv, Patreon, Instagram, and my email are all links in the description box below. And I will see you guys later. Peace.